I loves me some 1 degree of Chunky B.
Now, I just have to make a comment about Chunky B. Have you ever seen him looking so good?
The panel then includes actress Lainey Kazan, comedian Chunky B, and Playboy TV host Julie Strain. Chunky?
What was the question? First of all, he's got me concerned about there's a guy right outside the house in a van.
The studio.
That's right outside the studio.
Right out in front of the studio.
It might be one of our super fans.
About 325 feet down the street, there's a guy living in a van parked across from the car I was getting out of.
Did it scare you?
No.
Could you imagine if it was me and Gary like zipping up? Oh, hey, we're ready for a show.
He was in there living in there. It sounded like he was moving stuff around. Like he just finished dinner and he was pushing the chairs back or something.
Cooking a seagull or something.
Yeah. All right, let's talk a little business. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being alive. Thank you for being you. Thank you for tuning in. We are 1 degree of Chunky B in the Garage of Love in Venice Beach, California. Not going to lie to you. It's a little cloudy, a little chilly, a little misty out. Kind of romantic, kind of, I don't know.
Sketchy white van romantic.
I want to put a sweater on and start a fire. You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, we'll talk about that later. You guys, it is always a good time when an individual that I think is driving the podcast world in a better direction. And know who that is? That's Gary Adler.
Thank you, Chunky B. Well, thank you for that warm introduction.
Gary Adler, I know I was just going to jump into our guest, but I'm going to tell you right now, thank you for being the Garage of Love. Thank you for running this show, and thank you for being Gary Adler. Say hello to everybody.
Chunk, it's my pleasure. That was a heartwarming introduction.
Confusing.
But listen, this is kind of fun tonight because we got a pretty special guy in the house. 2 of them, actually.
Yeah, we do. Can I jump in because I'm so excited my tail is wagging?
Yeah.
We're going to say hello to the manimal.
Yeah, say hello.
How do you pronounce him?
The manimal.
Okay, I'm still under protest about this nickname.
The Manimal's
The Manimal. The Manimal. I just said it correctly. The Manimal. All right, you guys, give it up for Andy Davey. He just...
Technical director, Andy Davey.
Yeah.
Are you on yourself right now or something else? What's going on over there?
I'm flipping around. I got him in the corner.
We're going to talk about him in a second, but before we do, I'm going to get back to a man that's full of integrity, character, values, friendship, loyalty.
Don't introduce me again.
No, it's got nothing to do with you, obviously. Right. He's a new father. He's a funny man, and he's definitely the force that is making podcast a better world. Seriously, that's what I mean. Ryan Sickler, everybody. Ryan Sickler.
Man, so psyched, man.
Yeah, me too. I appreciate that.
Are you still lactating, real quick?
No.
Yeah.
Switched
Did
to
you wean the baby
now,
off?
Whole vitamin D, whole milk, organic.
Where do you sit on the breastfeeding in public, by the way?
Well, who cares? You know what I mean? Why not?
But if you see a woman,
if men were women, if men were women and we had to feed a baby from our ball bag, we would do it right in the middle of the fucking mall. We wouldn't, and we dare people to say something to us.
We would write a law about it.
My kid can't eat. My kid can't eat.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, my balls are out.
Right. But if you do see a woman,
right in front of GameStop.
No, I don't want Star Wars. My son's hungry.
But you got to admit, you do look for that nipple. If the woman pulls out that breast, you do for a nipple look. You know you're hoping for a little nip.
Yeah.
You open that baby, like readjust and just, I just a little tiny.
But then you catch that veiny glance. You're like, oh shit.
Why'd I look?
Oh, I forgot they're full.
Yeah. Right.
Come on, can we run this show here? See, that's what I'm dealing with, America. This is what I'm dealing with. The number one executive producer in podcast history is talking about, hey, you're looking sexy. You're representing Baltimore. What's shaking in your world besides fatherhood?
I mean, that's the number one thing.
Yeah.
And then working on, let's see. I'll be at the San Francisco. When is this happening right now?
Yeah, right now.
Does it air tonight?
No, it doesn't air tonight.
Another month?
2 weeks.
2 weeks? All right. So I'm at the Riot Festival, downtown L.A., live Crabfeast podcast with Pete Holmes and Baron Vaughn on the 31st of January.
Let's talk about the Crabfeast real quick.
February 6th, I'm up at Seattle at the High Line, and the Crabfeast podcast has made that all possible.
Really?
Yeah.
You know something? You are constantly on fire. You're like the Midas guy. Anything you touch turns into a muffler. I mean, into gold.
Rusty,
See what I did there?
old-ass
See what I
muffler.
did there?
No, you had it right.
Listen, from our new, we got a new audience, Chunk,
We do.
in Raleigh, North Carolina. So for folks in Raleigh, North Carolina, can you talk about the Crab Feast just a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Crabfeast, go to thecrabfeast.com, is a storytelling podcast that Jay Larson and I host. And we're on the All Things Comedy Network. And each week, each Tuesday, we have one guest come on, and we sit around and we just share stories and shoot the shit and laugh. And it's, storytelling to us I could sit here and ask you where you're from and how many siblings you have, what you blah, blah. But when you start telling me stories about who you were when you were arrested, like if you fought the police, I'm like, oh, this is Gary Adler right here. Other people cry.
By the way, you can hear Chunky and I both on the Crab Feast.
We were guests, man.
That's right.
Not together. Not together.
Two fantastic. I wouldn't lie. I would just nod my head where people could see me agreeing with you. But you both had fantastic episodes. You really did.
Yeah, let's hear.
You really brought the wood.
You know something? I was at a wedding.
Proud of you guys.
Speaking of a quick little story, let me jump in this. Wedding on the west side of L.A. And I was doing the nuptials. Right?
You were marrying?
Yeah. Because I'm a certified guy. If you want to get married and have a good time, and I put together a good freaking wedding, man.
That's awesome.
I get emotional and boom, hit him with the funny, and before you know, it's a hug fest.
I see you in like a daishiki.
Yeah. But somebody came up to me and said, "Are you Chunky B from the Crab?"
Come on.
I'm like,
Really?
What? Are you what? He's like, yeah, this is my favorite podcast, and you were a guest on it. I'm like, yeah, sure.
awesome.
So I was piggybacking off your love, bro.
Hey, man, it's one of the most flattering things people tell us all the time. Other comics go out on the road, and they're like, man, there were Crabfeast fans at our show tonight. We're like, wow. So we do have a very loyal, and we have an intelligent, smart, respectable fan base.
Well, that's not going to help here.
Yeah, you
it's
just-
definitely
you
not.
just turned
But
our listeners
it's
off.
It's like when you say, hey, your kids were good kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get all fired up about it. Cause
I say good parents.
But your followers are partiers. I mean, they're beer drinking, good dudes that love sports,
100%.
love the chicks.
And women too. We have a lot of female listeners too.
I went to
that,
one of his live shows
surprises
here in
me.
L.A. It was packed, dude, with smoking hot hipsters.
Yeah, and we also have a standing live podcast the third Tuesday of every month for the year at the Hollywood Improv. The next one is February 16th. Our guest is Anna Faris. It's a live show with her, so you can go to thecrabfeast.com, get tickets to that. And then we also have, beginning in April, first Tuesday of every month, a stand-up show at the Comedy Store up in the Belly Room monthly. So you guys can come out to that. Check
when you
all
going
that
out
out,
east, man,
crabfeast.com.
anytime on the other side?
I need to go,
other
but
side of
I'm not
Mississippi?
doing it till it warms up. I just went to St. Louis. I don't know if I was on the other side of the
You're
Mississippi.
going to Seattle.
Right
My
on
sister's
it.
going to go to that show.
Yeah, going to Seattle. And then we're working on East Coast run and a Midwest run, yes.
Awesome.
I never realized how good looking you are in this light.
Jesus.
Seriously, I don't know that the hat's down low.
It's a radio show, Chunk.
Am I getting awkward for saying? Yeah.
No, you're not getting awkward at all.
Hey, you know
Gary
something?
is. He's aggressively pointing.
Speaking of awkward, I tell you what.
I'm like, Chunk, can you hit the marks here, please?
Man, okay, you're a great storyteller.
Just so you know, Gary, I saw it the first time.
Yeah.
He did.
I
Clearly
That's
he
why
did.
you had to come in again. I saw it, though.
Hey, you're from Baltimore, right?
Originally, yes.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up in Baltimore City. We
Okay.
spent the first few years there, and then I grew up out in Carroll County, Maryland.
Now, there's a cat that I just got turned on to in the music world by the name of Chris Jacobs. Now, he hangs out in Baltimore right now, and I'm just saying, you wouldn't know that cat, right?
I would not, no.
Where'd you go to high school?
I went to Liberty High School.
Liberty?
Yeah, home of the Lions.
Yeah, what community?
Carroll County, community.
But what town? That's
Carroll County,
Yeah.
Eldersburg. Yeah.
what state's that in?
Maryland,
It
where
is?
Baltimore is, where we started, remember?
I thought you said, right, I know, but I thought you said you moved, I was thinking like you moved away from Baltimore.
Just, a few miles.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Were you a troublemaker?
No, I was never really a troublemaker.
What about
Were
an
you a
athlete?
ping pong player?
I was...
Really?
I mean, come on. How many times do you have to point at the paper?
I'm getting there in a smooth way. You see what happens when working with this guy? every freaking show is like he's double parked. He's probably worried about the van, the guy in the van.
Might be my van.
Yeah. All right. So you weren't an athlete. You played ping pong. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I wouldn't say I was a troublemaker, but I was. What would you say?
Mischievous.
Yes, exactly. I enjoyed mischief. Yes, absolutely. That's the way I would put it.
Yeah.
I liked to push the boundaries right there. You know what I mean? Like, police got called, no one got arrested. That kind of shit.
That's
that's
where
I like to take it.
Everybody lived another day.
I don't need to be on the hood of a car like, what the fuck did I do? Like, I never pushed it that far.
All right. So, man, what's his ping pong story? I hear you, because Adler across the Garage of Love right here is bragging every day about how good he is in ping pong at the workplace.
Are you good at ping pong?
I'm fucking awesome.
Are you really?
Yeah.
There's a Peyton Manning commercial on right now for Allstate that's really funny. He gets it. Peyton Manning gets it.
Yeah, he does.
I can't say. I actually have. If I could give you a quick funny story, a ping pong story that I just thought of. So I'll make a long story short because I know we're on a time.
No, it's okay. Stretch it out.
A friend of mine doing it. That's what they do in the back of the club when the headline doesn't show up and you're featuring.
Hey, right, you're waiting for that light. You're waiting for the flashlight.
20 more?
He's still in the van doing blow.
Yeah. So when I early on when I had moved out here, a friend of mine from college came out, and he was a cameraman. He was working at CNN. Ron Howard comes in, and Ron Howard is looking for a cameraman will also sort of not star, but be in this film that was Ed TV. Do you remember Ed TV?
Yeah, I loved it.
Okay, it was actually, Ron Howard was on the reality thing early on. He had cameras following these people, whatever. Right. And because of the nature of the movie, which is reality, where at some point there's no way he's not going to be on camera. So they also have to give him an additional check for talent. Okay, so they thought, we'll just give you a line. So they throw him a line in the movie. Well, I won't get into all that, but anyway, it's Barney's Beanery, like little after party, and I smoke weed, and he's texting me or he called me. We didn't have cell phones then, and he said, you got to get over here now. You got to bring weed. Woody wants to smoke weed with us. I was like, Woody Harrelson? He's like, yeah. I was like, I'm coming right now. So we get down to Barney's Beanery. We smoke a little weed with Woody Harrelson. We're outside laughing, and then they're like, you should come to the final rap party at McConaughey's, renting a mansion up in the Hollywood Hills. And we were like, oh, that's awesome. And it was a day-night party, so family-friendly during the day. Right. Ron Howard, fat kids are there, big pool, ping pong table. That's where I'm getting.
I got you.
And McConaughey's walking around, and I'll never forget, man, he had this old black man just by himself. He looked like John Lee Hooker. It actually might have been him, or maybe it was Ron Lee Hooker. But this dude was like 80. And he stood in like a red suit and top hat and shredded that guitar while families are cooking and all this stuff. So there's a ping pong table in the garage, and this dad has his 12-year-old son there or whatever. And McConaughey's like, I'm pretty good at ping pong, and the guy's like, my son will kick your ass. And McConaughey's, that's when I realized he was competitive.
He's competitive.
He's an athlete.
He sort of snapped his neck over like, what you fucking and I'm like, what did you say? And he's like, my son will beat you in ping pong. The kid's like, I'll definitely beat you. And McConaughey looked at both of them. McConaughey's like, well, let's make a bet then. So they bet $20, and they shook on it. And McConaughey went over to the table, and the kid started, and McConaughey whipped his ass. I mean, crushed this kid.
Nice.
And when he got done, he walked over and asked for his $20. And the dad's like, you really going to make a kid pay $20? And McConaughey said, hey, a bet's a bet.
Yeah. All right.
He made him pay it. He made him pay that shit.
Man, really?
In front of his kid. Yeah, fuck yeah. I agree 100%. A bet's a bet. He didn't say, I'm taking on all challengers. These two said,
right,
we'll beat your ass.
Gotcha.
And he was like, put your money where your mouth is, and we're going to teach your kid a valuable lesson, because I'm going to beat his ass, and then you're going to pay me in front.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
the next time you watch what yeah. But hey, listen, I got a ping pong story. You're right over there,
too, man.
Sickler?
A bunch of them.
Okay, you remember Chevy Chase came out with that talk show on Fox for a minute?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes.
And there was a ping pong table backstage, and he is a ping pong fanatic. Chevy Chase. Yes, and he's good. But back then, I was like 30 pounds lighter. I was quick on my feet, and all we were doing was playing ping pong. And I had game. Don't look at what are you
No, Chunky does.
Sickler just gave me the once over.
Yeah.
Professionally
He does have game. Chunky's got game.
Yeah. So we're playing, and we're going, and Chevy Chase comes walking over, and he's like, I want in. So he and I played, and then day after day we played, and it got real more competitive. And one day I said, hey, Chevy, my paycheck means way more to me than your paycheck. Let's bet paychecks. And his chest came out, my chest came out. I was like, no more, like, you're my boss. I'm like, hey, it's go time. And he held that ping pong paddle and the ball, and just as he throws it up, he says, drops it, goes, hell no, my wife will kill me. He was going to do it, man.
No way, man.
I used to beat his ass.
I wonder what that paycheck was.
I do too.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I used to beat his ass by just 2 or 3 points a game,
Yeah.
to where we were both sweating, and producers would go behind him, look at me, and go, throw the game.
Throw the game.
Yeah, because
It's
he
Chevy.
took it personally. That I would play him right before the show would start.
Yeah.
And it was like, he put him in a bad mood.
I used to throw games to you all the time.
Yeah, right.
Well, I'm not going to say his name, but you and I worked, actually the three of us worked with a guy who there was one time I worked with him, and he was always great to me. I love him to this day, but this was made me laugh. So he was super competitive, and there was a ping pong table in
Oh, I remember.
Yeah. And they kept telling that we were taking business out of house, and he was entertaining these production companies, and they're coming in and meeting. Well, he plays this one guy, and everyone at that guy's production company said, listen, he's gonna want to play ping pong. Don't win, lose, just lose, throw the game. And
They want the business.
yeah, we want the business. And he came and he played our guy, and turns out they were both a competitive match, and our guy lost and they lost the business. He did not give him that.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
really did. He pulled it. But I hear everyone say, like, this is good, this is good, this is good. The best ping pong players I've ever seen in my life. And I'm so glad, because they just blew into my life like a ping pong ball and right out. But when I was a senior in high school, there were some kids from 9th to 12th grade that were in the Olympics. Now, these were ping pong players, and there were like 2 in 9th grade and 2 in 10th grade and whatever. But there were 2 in 12th grade, our
From
grade.
your school?
They weren't from our school. The tournament happened to be in Maryland, so they were there for it.
Okay.
And they couldn't just not go to school, so they just had to float into our, just like they came in whatever, I feel like November, and they were there till the end of the year.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like 8 total kids, but the only 2 we got to know were the 2 Korean brothers in our grade, Carlos and Eddie Ko.
No. Hang on a second.
You remember the names, and they're Carlos.
First of all, Carlos.
Right. From Korea?
Korea, 100% Korean.
Korean Mexican.
Carlos and
Okay.
Eddie Ko. That's what their names
Eddie
were.
Ko.
Eddie Ko. Eddie, their last name was Ko. So Eddie was, he was the one that liked mischief, and he liked to get in trouble. Carlos was more straight-laced.
Okay.
But they were Olympic ping pong players. They were really, really good. I've even followed up and looked, researched them. And Eddie, we can't find. I'm not sure what happened to him. Like, a bunch of people have really looked. But his brother went back to Korea and somehow got in the army, and then came back out, and he's back on the ping pong. I know it's ridiculous to say. He is back on the ping pong circuit. He's really good and giving them help.
Well, thank you for sharing. That was riveting.
So they came to our school, and of course we're like, you got to be like, you just drop this into our lap, you know what I mean? And one of them wants to come over and drink, and one of them wants to hang out. So we befriend them immediately. They're in all our gym classes and shit. And they came into our auditorium and did a presentation, like a demonstration.
Exhibition.
I got you.
For the school.
Yeah.
Okay. These guys, we think we're good, whatever, at ping pong. These dudes stand so far off the table. Okay.
Right,
I don't know
right.
if you've ever seen it.
I've seen it. I've
and
seen
they're
it.
stomping and hitting that fucking thing, and it's curving and shit, and they're hiding their serve, and it's bending and shit, and they're doing all. We're all just like, holy shit. We're lucky if we're reaching back here and hit one that lands on the table.
Yeah.
So they're so good that they'll start off like this. okay? And they'll work their way even to the short side of the table until they're this way and then all the way back again. It's amazing what they can do. And we were just like, holy shit. So then we get the gym class, and part of gym was ping pong because they were like, hey, you guys should learn from these guys. So we, of course, want to play them. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you want to see if you could beat.
Just get 1 or 2 points off of him.
I know I'm saying he's an Olympian, but he's an Olympian. Right. You know what I mean? He's not running, track and throwing javelins and shit, but this guy's an Olympian on his level of sport.
Right.
I want to see where I rank.
He's 16 and 17 years old.
They destroyed us. It was embarrassing, but here's what we learned. So as novice players and probably Americans, the point you get when it hits the net and it just creeps over. Yeah. Okay. And we're like, that's my point. They apologize.
That's
for
right.
That. I swear to God.
Sorry about that.
It would be like 12-0, and I would be like, oh, Eddie, and he's like, we apologize for that. I'm like, you can apologize all you want. That's my fucking point. You didn't shut me out. That's the best I could get. Right. Coming from Olympia, I didn't get shut out. Yep.
That's awesome.
So one night, the teachers always would tell us, don't get them in trouble. Don't get them in trouble. Right. And at this point in the story, my brothers and I we're in our own bedroom and apartment. Our dad's dead. Our mom's gone. We have no parental supervision. So this is the house everyone comes over to. Okay.
Right.
And they the Olympians stayed in a mental hospital that was walking distance from where we lived.
Oh Lord.
And what they stayed in were dorms that were apparently it was an old college way back when, and then the state bought it out and made it mental facilities and stuff, and they stayed in one that was unused, you know what I mean? But Eddie would come to school and be like, a guy bit me today, shit like that. We're like, what? You got to tell somebody. He's like, yeah, a guy bit me today. And they would sleep in bunks in the shower. And this is where they were for the year. And they had a curfew and all that. They could go out, but they had to be back. I think it was midnight they had to be back. So one night, it's like February, and it's winter. It's cold. The snow's on the ground. If you're East Coast, when that moon hits it, it's almost like daylight. You know what I mean?
Right.
Reverse daylight. So this particular night, Eddie is at the house with us. He's getting fucked up. Like
Eddie Co.
Eddie Co.
Eddie Co.
Eddie Co. Yep. And we would be a little, we'd feel a little guilty. Like, wait, this guy's here for like the Olympics. You know what I mean?
Right. You're getting an Olympic athlete screwed up.
Wasted. He's getting wasted. So we have to get him home, and he wanted to stay past curfew, and we're like, you're going to get in so much trouble. We're going to get in trouble at school. Like, they communicate. This is no good. He wants to stay. Now, the thing about the mental hospital campus, it was big. Like, if there was an accident on that road, they would reroute you through there. Like, it was that big and enough traffic could go through. But there were patients who were not allowed to leave the property or their buildings. And then there were other people they had a wristband. And I don't know, like, if it was blue, they were allowed to leave and then come back.
Color-coded.
Yes, that was their thing.
Chucky, is it? He just flowed right into it. Like, he knew. He knew about the wristbands. Like, I'm lost. Chunky's like, yeah, the blue ones. Yeah.
Well done,
That's
Chunky.
50 feet from the front door. You're good.
When you live in that area, the first thing you do is look at a wrist and be like, all right, he's not no wristbands on this guy. So we had a few friends whose moms were nurses there. And they would tell us this story about this one lady who was allowed to walk the campus but not leave the property. And she was known to, when you would pull up to a stop sign, she was known to just straight up like Superman dive on your hood and then like hang on and fuck you. Someone would have to come get her off. You couldn't. But she would often try to do it while you were driving so that she could get a ride or whatever. Who knows why.
Right.
But they would tell us about this woman all the time. So there was always this lore of this lady whenever you drove through there. And there was a lot of times we would be bored and we like to be scared. So we would drive through there at like midnight on a regular, like, oh, where is she? Looking. Like, come on, let's get her on here and give her ass a ride. So this particular night, Eddie's, I don't know what time it is now. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. We're like, we have to get you back. So my friend Eric had a Camaro with T-tops. And we put Eddie in the Camaro, and then we drive over to the campus, and we have to get him up to his room. Well, it's a full moon, and it's bouncing off the snow, and it's so bright, we kill the headlights, and we pull him up, and we nail it. He gets out. He walks over to his door. He opens it. He gives us a thumbs up. We're like, fuck yeah. So we turn around, and it's a stick shift, so we're going to pop start it on the way down the hill, right?
Right.
So we pop started on the way down the hill, and we keep the headlights off. And as we're just starting to pick up, all of a sudden, boom, on the roof, and we're like, ah! We were looking at each other, screaming like, oh my God, it's her! It's her! And headlights on and punch the gas, and we are, it's snow, so we're like, ah! And she is hanging on, and we're like, oh my God! And she's beating on the window and everything, and then we hear, my bag! And I look up, and it's Eddie fucking Coe forgot his bag in the back. And we all got detention in school for that shit. We had it made, man. We had it made. He left this guy. Oh, we thought it was that lady. We were like, here she is. Like, oh my God, shake her loose. And he held on. I'll tell you what, we were probably going 30 miles an hour. He held on like a goddamn Olympian. I can tell you that. That scared the fuck out of us.
Oh, man. That's awesome. Were you an athlete back then?
Yes, I was. I played, my freshman year was basketball, baseball, soccer was my sport. Soccer. Then my sophomore year it was lacrosse. That's why I was telling you I love that your kids are playing lacrosse.
Yeah.
And wrestling my sophomore and junior year, and then soccer all 4 years.
Right on. Yeah. All right. Were there good facilities? Was your high school because my high school still had that charcoal track.
Nice. We had, what we did have? That was well done, man. We had, that was professional. We had that, we were right at the beginning of that rubberized, track. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
It's still
you mean the track?
Yeah, the actual track.
Yeah.
So, I wouldn't say our facilities were, they weren't the worst, but they certainly weren't the best. So every summer, football players, soccer, we all knew each other and hung out together. So we would go and help out with the field, because it gets torn up. They got field hockey on the thing too, and they're chopping that damn thing away. So we go and we help work on the field in the summer, just on our free time, and because we don't want to have ankle issues in our 40s like I do now. So this one night. It's I think it was homecoming, it was homecoming coming up, and they had in the fence that on the perimeter they had "Go Lions" in tissue paper, but real big. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Like you read it when you drive by, you're like, oh, that's a lot of tissue paper. And then I think it said "Go Lions beat North Carroll or whatever." So we were going. The truth can come out now. This court's done. The truth is, we were going up there, a few of us, to rearrange that sign to say, "Go fuck yourself." And we had we had tissue. We were ready to do whatever. So that's what we went there for. But when we got there and we had changed it, we had changed it enough, and we would laugh because we would be sitting. We would be walking away, and it was like a foggy, misty night, just like tonight. Right. And when those headlights would hit it, and you'd see it up there, you'd just start laughing to yourself, like, "Oh, that shit's gonna be up there. It's gonna piss somebody off." We see these headlights, 2 of them, just running all over our field, and we're like, "What the fuck is that?" So we run down there. It's open, and there's 2 dudes on 4-wheelers. Just tearing our field to shit. I mean, fucking it up. And we're like, oh, fuck that. Now, we're at an advantage because they have no idea that there are like 5 of us there. Okay?
Right.
They have no idea. But we know where they are because we see your headlights.
Right.
And one of them, fishtail. So we start to go after him. And we're going to try to grab him. One of them fishtails right near me. And he doesn't see me. And I gave him, it would be a penalty now, but I horse collar tackled that motherfucker and ripped him right off. And, to his surprise, he was like, holy fuck. So I rip him off, and he's got his helmet on. So, he's like, what the fuck's going on? And his little ATV goes over. His buddy very quickly and smartly pulls his over, pops the spark plug out, one of them, and then hops over the fence and takes off and leaves his dude. Okay. So the 5 of us start fucking him up a little bit, and we take his 4-wheeler, and we're just, fucking that up. We're flipping it over and shit. And he's like, what the fuck are you doing? We're like, we're doing to your 4-wheeler the same thing you did to our field. So somebody goes and gets one of the neighbors hears all of it and comes over. So he calls the cops. The cops show up. The cops impound both ATVs. It was all while we're standing there. Right. And then they arrest this kid, okay, for what he's doing to the field. Vandalism, tearing it up. So fast forward, I'm not kidding you, like a year and a half later, we're living in the same place, and there was an area behind us that was sort of like a new development. It was coming. They were excavating and all that, and that was where a lot of people would go park and have sex or whatever the fuck they were going to do back there. So again, I'm going back there with a girl, and I see this car, and it's down in a ditch over a hill, and the doors are open, and I'm like, holy shit, is that guy okay? And so the guy, I don't see anybody, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I go back to our place, and I go, hey, you guys got to come here and see this. So one of my friends, Eric, the guy with the Camaro, comes with me, and the car, we didn't know what the fuck happened. Like, the road goes north and south. This guy's over the hill facing, east to west. So we're like, what the fuck happened here? Maybe it's a drunk driver. We don't know. So we're not touching the car. We're not touching anything in it. And as we start to walk down the hill of the car, we hear this guy go, hey, guys. And we're like, what the fuck? He was in there for like 10 minutes. I went back to get people. Right. He's like, hey, guys. And we're like, hey. And he's like, hey, can you guys help me? You guys help me clean this out real quick? And we're like, no. And he's like, why don't you guys help me? And I'm like, God. This guy's fucking voice sounds so familiar. Uh-oh. And he's like, help me out, man. Help me out. And we're like, oh, this just happened. Like, the police don't even know about it. No one's called this in yet.
You think he stole the car?
No. Well, we're not sure if he stole the car, but we think he's definitely drunk. And he was probably passed out behind the wheel when I went back to get people. I just couldn't see. Right. And he rolled out when we got back the second time. Like, what's up, guys? And we're like, we're not touching anything in there or whatever. And so the bar had called the police saying this guy was so fucked up when he left. So they were already looking for him. And they come and they find him while we're there. And they bring him up the hill. It's the same goddamn guy from the ATV. I can't.
No way.
We're like, what the fuck, man? Why is it you again? So then they make us go to court. And we go to court. And the judge, too, was such a dick. He was such a dick. But he was right. That's what sucked. He goes, he called us all, but, Mr. Adler, Mr. B, Mr. Sickler. I'm sure this will never happen again, but you did a good deed. And you guys can go ahead and get out of here now. We're like, why'd you have to fuck? Yeah, we did go up there to fuck shit up. All right, we did. We went up to mess a sign up. But, yeah, that dude came back around in my life, man. I couldn't believe it.
Hey, you guys, Chunky B. 1 degree of Chunky B in the garage of love. And you know if you want to get your quack on, you go to Venice Duck. And I'm not even kidding. This is a good beer. Tell your friends, don't be afraid to get your quack on. Dude, this is actually really good beer.
It's fucking great beer.
You're so lucky.
Oh, shit, I'm still recording.
Hey, you guys, music provided by Play Up Music. That's playupmusic.com.
Hey, this is Ryan Sickler from the Crabfeast Podcast, and you're tuned in to 1 Degree of Chunky B, starring Gary Adler.
Black is the night that holds you down. Black is the night that holds you down.
Man, in high school, I used to run naked through the sprinklers.
On the field?
Yeah. It was like Friday night, like my parents would like be out of town. We'd been having like a 7-day party. My folks used to go on vacation, leave us at home. Yeah. I would be like a sophomore, my sister a junior, my brother a senior.
Oh.
Yeah. And then I would just like run and the sprinklers going, running naked and sliding. And one time I slid, the sprinkler head came up. Yeah, you do the math. Seriously,
really?
I almost got hospitalized. Seriously, it was a very
now
painful
they mistake
thing.
you for being Jewish.
No. It
Almost wasn't able to feed his kids from his ball bag,
but
man.
No. It was the ass. It was the ass area. You know how embarrassing it is when you're a sophomore in high school and you have to ask your buddy if you're bleeding and you have to bend over. Am I bleeding? Because I slid right into. I know it's a medical thing. I shouldn't even bring it up.
Medical. We used to see. We were the house too that because we had no parents. My
yeah,
mother
talk
would come
about
up,
that for a second.
Well, I mean,
you sort of skipped over it, but talk about your childhood real quick.
Just quickly. Well, my father died when we were 16, and then my mom had split.
You have a twin.
I do have a twin brother and a younger brother, and my mom had split and didn't want to be with us. But then when my dad died, the state was like, you're going to move in with her. So she would stay at a boyfriend's Monday to Saturday, come home on Sunday, do some laundry, whatever, and then bounce.
So you were that house.
We were that house. It was
Remember that house in high school?
Yeah,
oh, God, yeah.
We were in a 2-bedroom apartment, and one of the bedrooms was hers, and no one was allowed to go in. And the three of us from 10th grade to 12th grade, that's my twin brother and I, we all shared one room.
Wow.
And then we would get ourselves to school, and, I mean, we would get $20 a week allowance because we drove, and my brother Todd would get 10. And but that was money that was coming in from like my dad's, work checks and all that Social Security stuff or whatever the hell you get, life insurance. So we ended up just raising ourselves there, and we were the house. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's amazing to me that so many parents really liked us. I mean, we got in our fair share of trouble, but again, no one ever got arrested. No one died.
You were good
what
kids.
I mean? Yeah, we were good kids that pushed it as far as we could, and usually knew better. And to this day, I'm still friends with so many of those people because they were so close to me during that time. And I asked them, they all have kids, and I'm like, hey, would you let? And they're like, hell no, nope. I don't even get the question out. They're like, nah. I'm like, just remember, our parents were cool enough to fucking do that. So remember that if it's necessary. So anyway, we're that house, and it's cool for a while. But every Friday and fucking Saturday, you're like, I want to go somewhere else. I mean, everyone's always here. So then, whatever, that one night that you're having a party or whatever, we would want to go over there. They had been to ours every fucking weekend.
Gotcha.
We get there, and they said they had a keg. People would steal a keg, and then they would charge you $5. It was all you can drink or whatever. And then a lot of times, people would also go to the local ski resort, and they would steal skis and then raffle them off at the party.
What?
You can buy a $10 raffle ticket. They
get
keep
some
all the
skis.
money, and for $10, somebody's getting some K2s.
Damn.
So
I never even thought about
yeah,
that.
This is what people do all the time. So we get to the fucking door. We knock on the door, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, man, it's packed in here." We're like, "What?" They're like, "It's packed in here." We're like, "It's packed in here. We've never turned you away. You're at our house every weekend." He's like, "Yeah, sorry, man. There's nothing we can do about it." I was like, "All right." So there's like 5 of us, in 2 cars. So I was like, "They say it's packed in here. We can't come in." And they're like, "What do you want to do?" I was like, "We're gonna go to the liquor store at the corner." We go to the liquor store at the corner. I pick up the payphone. I call the police. I say, you know what? There's a bunch of goddamn underage kids over here. They're drinking and driving and tearing up lawns.
Skiing
I
and
live right
shit.
across. One guy's on skis. Some guy's on skis. So you need to get over here and do something about that before someone gets hurt. Click. We wait till the police bust the party.
Right.
And then we wait till the police leave. And then we pull back up. We knock on the door again and be like, is there any room for us now?
Yeah. I think we got some room now.
They don't know who called. We're like, let's drink that beer.
Yeah.
You fucking dicks. There goes your party. All we wanted was the beer anyway. We got what we wanted. Fuck your party.
Yeah. We had a party in Cincinnati, Ohio. We had it like a 7-day party when my folks were out of town, and we cleaned the house. Everything was perfect, but not too clean because my mom's going to be like, what's going on? We passed the test. My dad's walking around. No signs of a party. Never before in the history of our neighborhood has the people behind us invited my parents over for a drink. Then they're like, yeah, we're going over to the Myers. Like, why are you going to the Myers, man? They've been living there for 10 years. You never said hello to them before. So they go over to their backyard. They sit down by their pool, and they look over at our house, and there's patio furniture on the roof. How did we miss the patio furniture? The one freaking time that my parents get invited over to the Myers, the patio furniture's on the fucking roof.
Oh, my God. There was one summer where my folks left us alone for 4 weeks. They went to Guatemala. And I was 16 years old. And my buddy was working at Publix, which is like Ralph's and the East Coast. He was a checker. So we would go in and fill up 2 shopping carts full of steaks and wine and beer and anything we can grab. By the way, when you're in high school, you are not a sommelier by any. No. We had Black Tower and Almaden. Okay. Screw Top, Almaden, and Black Tower. So he would pass shit over the clicker thing, and it would be like, that's $24, you know, and we would have, and then everyone would just come over.
Right,
It
right.
was craziness, man.
We had 2 girls. I'm still friends with one of them today that knew our situation, and they were both worked at the grocery store. So they were like, here's all you do. Just clip the shit out of coupons. Just clip them. And I'm like, really? She's like, I don't care what the fuck they're for. Clip them. We're like, okay. So I'll never forget my younger brother comes in and goes, I never thought I'd see this day. You're clipping coupons. I'm like, yeah. But it's for, you know what I mean? It's for a reason.
For a good cause.
Yeah, dude.
There's a game plan. We've got a game plan here.
I need some skis.
And we would go in with
How much for the skis? 20% off?
$10, man. How many raffle tickets you want? There's 100 people here. Now I forgot what the fuck I was saying.
Coupons, friend working at the grocery
Thank you.
store.
It's my favorite game to play. So we would go in with we would get 2 grocery carts full. I mean, my brother, I didn't smoke, but he would get cigarettes and shit. Like, he'd push it. I'm like, just what are you doing, dude? And they would do that. They would throw some of it over the scanner,
Right.
and then they would scan some,
Yeah.
and then they would just make
Coupons.
it even if we didn't have it. It was like bang, 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 and I mean, she'd be like $88, and the people behind us were like, how in the fuck did you do that?
Coupons.
Oh, those girls helped us so much, so fucking much. It was so nice.
Now, without that parental guidance, were there drugs and shit? Were you?
I mean, there were people. Yeah, I mean, it was weed and there was beer, and then there were people dabbling in acid and stuff. The drugs, like if people wanted opium or heroin or whatever, when the Grateful Dead came in, that's when you would go to the concert. And even if you didn't have a ticket, that's where you'd get the drugs. But the later in life, I smoke weed and once in a while I'll have a drink, but I'm not into pills or you know, I've never done heroin or coke. I've never done acid. I've never done any of that shit.
Well, the night is still young.
It is.
Yeah.
But I do like to be around, and you know, I don't know. I just like to watch people do that. You know what I mean? If you right now, if you were gonna do it, I'd be like, yeah, do it. I wouldn't judge or anything. I'm like, do it. I want to see what the fuck happens to it. And one of the craziest things I've ever seen on drugs was when I came to Hollywood. I was staying at a friend's place in Hollywood, right off of right by Hot Wings, Melrose and Sycamore, I think it is, right there. You know what I'm talking about? By Pink's.
Gotcha.
And
you can get over there with a blue wristband, Chunk.
And no further.
You get $1 off.
Yeah.
And then he was friends with this Native American guy who worked, and he told me you could say Native American. He was very adamant about that. So when I tell the story about him, I will say Native American because it's the right thing to do. So also I'm scared of him. Yeah. But he would run horses up at the Burbank the equestrian center. You could ride horses through Griffith Park and all. And my buddy would go up and volunteer, and they would get fucked. I mean, they would get fucked up. I mean, way fucked up. Like one time I walked up. No, just after they would all said and done, they would just get pound tequila and just get crazy. And one night when I went up, it looked like someone got a gunshot to the gut. Like it was a puddle of blood on the porch, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I look over at all of them, and they're all bloody, and they're just laughing. I'm like, what the fuck happened? They're like, we were fist fighting. I'm like, that is it's smeared down the Pepsi machine and stuff, like thick. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like you have to pay a crew to come in here and clean this up. So I guess this guy wanted to get those two back, and they were brothers I was living with. I knew one of them from high school, and I had gone out on my own one night, and Rick was back there with this dude, and I was coming home just to catch them, you know, for like, you know, second wind. You know what I mean? I was gonna be back around 12. We'll sit down, we'll drink some beers, shoot the shit, smoke some weed, whatever. And I came in. And Rick was white as a ghost. He's like, I don't know what to do. Something's wrong. I go, what do you mean something's wrong? He's like, I don't know if he's dead. I'm like, Dad, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Did you get bad cocaine? He's like, no, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. He was shooting it with a needle. And I'm like, wait, what? He's like, he's got a fucking needle. He's got a needle in his arm. I go, come on,
The
man.
Native American dude?
Yeah. He's doing cocaine. Supposedly putting a needle into his arm and shooting cocaine that way.
Okay.
Not snorting it. Not
Right.
heard
Smoking
that.
it, shooting it.
Hurts a little
like
bit more.
heroin.
It hurts a
Okay?
lot.
It's absolutely cocaine. And this guy fucking is in there. I open the door. To this day, that image is burned, stained, I should say, in my memory of like, it looked like if somebody was like, all right, make this look like 9 people died in here. That's what it fucking looked like.
Wow.
And I mean, it's down the fucking walls. And what happened was he was missing. He kept trying to get but he was so fucked up already.
Right.
He couldn't hit it. So he's just bleeding everywhere. Everywhere. And I'm like, I'm not so sure it's cocaine, but they're like, it's definitely cocaine. I'm like, nah. So he's in there and he's, the jaw going left and right, and he's growling. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, well, call 911. Like, they don't arrest people. He's like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm like, what do you mean you're not doing that? And like, he's panicking now because he's coked out of his mind thinking he's going to get arrested because this guy's probably dying in his tub. And I'm just, I can't get over what, I mean, it's all over his belly. It's all over him. Anyway, it was bad, obviously bad. And I'm like, I'm fucking calling. And we get out and, I got to go. This is early. I don't have a cell phone or anything. And I got to go to a payphone. As I get ready to go, the fucking bathroom door opens up. And this guy walks out and starts talking to me like I'm talking to you right now. And I'm like, get the fuck out.
What, the Native American dude?
Yeah.
Oh, no shit.
He walked out of there. And like it was nothing. like what we just saw was nothing. And he sat down on the couch and started talking to me, and like I'm talking to you right now, and it was like straight up like, yeah, I'm gonna pay someone to clean that up and stuff. I'm staring at him like, what the fuck? And Rick is just looking at me like, what is going on right now? I'm like, this guy was next to dead seconds ago, and now he is up and talking.
I don't know how they lost.
Really? Really?
That's worse.
Oh my god! Oh my
I
god!
really don't.
All right, so you've done some things, man. You've seen some things. You've done some things.
I mean, that was scary. I didn't. I always feel like a prude when people tell me about drugs and stuff. I'm always been scared of them. We have a cousin who's a paranoid schizophrenic, and it's because he did so many drugs.
Really?
He just lost himself, and he can't hold a job. He's in and out of mental institutions, halfway houses. So he was a built-in, don't do drugs campaign for us. Like this, he was a black belt in karate. He was great at lacrosse again. He was great in lacrosse. Syracuse wanted him. There was a couple other schools that were really interested, and he just kept doing drugs, and then boom, gone. Done. Just gone. Done.
Amazing to me the way
not
you
with
grew
drugs,
up.
but have you had a near-death experience?
I have had a near-death experience. And,
You had one, Chunk?
Have you?
Yeah.
You have?
Well, I think a near-death experience is when all the guy's got to do is move a finger and you're dead. I've had guns to my head.
Yeah, I've had a few of those.
Yeah, and I was so stupid. Yeah, I've
had
had a knife up against my throat. I've had a gun against my head, and I was staring the dude in the eye and saying, "Go ahead, dude, pull the trigger.
Oh,
What you got? What you got, big guy? What you got?"
Yeah.
And he put his gun down and beat the shit out of him. And then I didn't even take the gun out of his hand. He just I was beating him up with the gun in his hand, and he ran out of my house.
What?
Yeah, he ran out of my house and was running down the street. We were in Panama City Beach, Florida. The roads weren't even paved. We were up on stilts, living on the beach.
By the way, I probably would have been one of my top guesses.
Panama City Beach?
Yeah.
Yeah. Redneck Riviera. I love that place. And then he shot the gun.
He shot.
He shot it?
Yeah. The gun went off. Boom. I'm like, oh, where is it? Where's the hole? Where's the hole? He missed.
He missed.
Yeah. And the next day.
You're lucky you missed because your adrenaline would override that for a second.
Oh, yeah. Next day we shroomed.
Of course you did.
Yeah. He's like, hey, no problems with last night? I'll get over it. And then, we're walking down the beach, tripping on the Panama City Beach. God. Yeah, crazy story. That's near death, right? What's yours?
That's very near death. Yeah. Jesus. I went to Mexico with a couple friends. Gary knows who they are. And This is gosh, you all know who they are. I went with Dylan and John, and we went to this is like in 2000 maybe. We went to Mexico in his Jeep. He had an old CJ7.
You went to Baja? Tijuana?
Yep. No, we didn't go to Tijuana. We went to
Rosarito.
Yep. And what's the little
Ensenada.
Thank you. Those two. That's where we were going. So we drove. We at work when we all worked together. We went to AAA at lunch and we got ourselves Mexican auto insurance. You have to have that to drive down there.
Right.
And you can't take a rental car in because they know that shit's never coming back. So we get the insurance, we go down, and it takes us a while. We get there when the sun's coming up. Then on Saturday, we're just getting to, finally pitch our tent somewhere. And we went to this one place. We pulled up in this parking lot. And I swear to God, it was maybe the office building was like 100 yards away from us. But out here in the parking lot, this fucking cage and this poor orangutan in it. Like
Come
that
on.
was. And I sat there and watched the orangutan while they went to talk to the people. And I'm like, what are they doing to this poor thing? Like, what is it?
Yeah, wow.
Who's sitting here watching it? Like I am right now and appreciating it. But
Who's
that's absurd.
babysitting orangutan?
Yeah, man, it was terrible. So they're like, we're not fucking staying there, man. It's people on top of people. So we go to the next place. And it's people on top of people. So we say, fuck it. We pitch our tent. We're hanging out. We get a little fucked up there. And, the next night we move down to Ensenada. And we figure we're going to treat ourselves. We're going to get a hotel, do it right. We do that. We're going to go into town. This is like Memorial Day weekend. So traffic's pretty bad.
Right.
Have you ever done it? You ever been there?
Oh, yeah.
So very crucial information given to us by the guy at the front desk. We say we want to take a taxi into town. He goes, all right, listen to me. It's $15. If they ask you for any more money than $15, they're robbing you. You want to give them 20 with a tip, whatever, fine. But it's not plus. It's $15. We're like, thank you very much. So the three of us are waiting out front, and this fucking this station wagon, it's like a fountain in the middle. And
Right.
this station wagon whips in. We're like, oh, this is our fucking taxi right here. And have you ever been in a cab when you get in, like that guy's got that rear view mirror that goes all
Yeah, the long one. Right.
He's got that. There's a random dude in the front seat, and we don't know if we're paying his fare.
Right.
And there's a boom box in the back that is blaring, pump up the volume, pump up the volume, pump up. And he's driving, he's looking at us, and it's like, feel that bass. It's going, and he's like, you like? He keeps saying to us, we're like, it's so loud, man. It's so loud. And we tell him, hey, get us there. So that was a huge mistake. This guy we're bumper to bumper traffic. He jumps onto the dirt shoulder, and he's going like fucking 40 miles an hour. I mean, on our left is dead stop traffic, bumper to bumper, and he's weaving around parked cars, and he's blowing his horn at people, and like he's getting us there. And we're like, what the fuck is going on? So we finally get into town, and I'm scared. I'm telling him to slow down. He can't hear me over, pump up the volume, and
You like?
you like? And we park, we pull over, and he goes, 20, and I had enough Spanish classes to know that meant 20.
Yeah.
And I'm getting ready to open. Now, I'm on the driver's side, and I'm getting ready to open my door. And he says 20 in Spanish. And we say, no, 15. And he sits there for a second, and then he's like, okay. And we give him a 20, okay? Right. Thank God we did that, because I opened my door, and this F-150, I step out, and this F-150, remember, he's doing what we were doing. He wasn't expecting a door to fly open. And I go to step out, and this F-150, I mean, it almost clips my face. It hits this door, and it bends it up. And as it passes the station wagon, the natural friction from the door is beating it down the side of that guy. I mean, destroying his pickup truck the whole way down. And then when he's done passing, it's completely bent up. The driver, in hindsight, it's funny now. The driver's trying to get out, but he can't because his passenger door is bent up against his driver door. And Dylan had grabbed me and stopped me for a second. And I just looked at, and I looked at him. He's like, "Are you okay?" I go, holy shit. I mean, it was, you could feel the metal go by, and I was like, oh my God. And the guy starts yelling at us, and Dylan's like, what are we going to do? I'm like, we're getting the fuck out of this cab, and we're blending in, because it was packed, you know, and everyone saw it. We just ducked into that crowd. We're like, we are not getting arrested in Mexico. And then when I got over there, I sat down, and I was like, holy shit, that was unbelievable. And that truck kept going. I'll never forget, it made a right in front of us, and this dude was pissed, and he ended up taking off too, but that door was off, man. It was crazy.
Oh, my God. A second later.
Yeah.
A second later.
If he would have said $15, I'd be dead. That's why that guy at the counter said,
Look at
anything over 15,
There
they're
you go.
robbing you. When that dude said 20, we stopped and we're like, no. If he would have, I would have opened that door. I would have stepped out, and that door
would've been it.
would have beat me into that truck the whole way down the side. And that would have been a brutal fucking death.
But check this out. Check this out.
We're gonna have to go over so that part gets edited.
Hey, no, check this out. So there's a camera guy, a woman that works in this town, right? I'm not gonna mention names. She's married to a video guy. The video guy dies last like a week and a half ago, right? I've known this cat for 30 years. Super smart dude, boozer, partier, but everyone knows him in television behind the scenes. So he checks out the other day. He dies in his living room, right? His wife's been gone for a couple hours. She comes home and sees her dead husband. She doesn't call the ambulance or anything. She calls like the police department. She goes, I just want to let you know my husband's in the living room dead. The guy's like, well, call 911. Get the ambulance over. I'm like, no. I went over my my insurance. And we're not covered. It's gonna cost me $15,000 for you guys to come in and say he's dead. No, just come over, get his body. I'm not doing CPR. I'm not having the ambulance. I'm not doing anything because I'm not a nurse.
Yeah.
But he's dead. So she fought the guys and said, no, and she saved herself $10,000 because somebody else, like the coroner, came over.
Yeah, the coroner comes.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah.
Right.
Wow, she just skipped all the
Jesus.
public emergency.
Oh, and the whole point of it is the girl couldn't be sweeter and nicer and more shy. I didn't know she had it in her. Like, oh God, I got my husband's dead. So anyway, I just thought that was a bizarre story. You know,
It's almost as bizarre as mine.
dead people. That's a great way to like wrap this fucking show up.
We're not wrapping anything up. bro.
Okay, all right. Hey, listen. What I will say, the guy behind us. Let me just say something.
Oh
About
my God, there's a guy on the couch.
Yeah. All right. His name is Ben Rubin. He's a super fan out of Brooklyn.
Yeah.
All right?
Hey, put your face in there,
Yeah.
Ben.
Come on over here. And
Can you see him, Andy? There he is.
He's good.
yeah. So what he does is, I guess he's a cat from way back.
He's more than a super fan for sure.
Yeah. So
He's
he,
a super friend.
so he gets in touch with you and says he's coming in. Can I get some couch time?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, it's that easy. If you want to come in, if you're coming in from out of town and you're a fan of the show and you want to come into the Garage of Love,
Yeah. Hit Chunky up on his cell phone.
yeah, hit me on my cell phone. Yeah. And hey, Ben, can you do me a favor?
I cut the invite to the house out too.
Yeah,
The invite
yeah.
to the house out.
Guy in a van out there ready to come in.
Right.
That guy's listening right now. Like, what? Shit, I'm getting pizza.
This is our next guy.
Oh, really? All
Yeah.
right. Well, tell him to sit tight.
Okay.
We still got some time.
Okay. Let me. Hey Ben, will you do me a favor? Yeah. Can you go out front and get our next guest? Zach. All right. That's
Hey,
up.
all right.
Yeah,
You can work too.
Right. This is super breaking.
Yeah.
All right. So he. Okay. So let's take it up. How much time you want to keep
I think
going?
we can get a couple more stories in out of
Okay,
Brian for
great.
sure, man.
Okay. Excellent. He's at the front gate. Is it okay if he comes in?
I don't care.
Okay. Great.
You guys need to change this, by the way.
Why that one in particular?
Oh,
Does it smell bad?
oof,
Does it really?
That's from the sex therapist.
man.
That's
Does it smell like ball balls?
yeah.
Smells like a lot of stuff. There's a potpourri of
Oh,
I mean, we all. Okay. Wow. Okay, check it out. That we all got drunk stories. We all have, we got out alive.
yeah.
But dude, there was one time that you and I were hanging. You said, did you mention something about West Virginia?
Yeah, I've never been a huge drinker, but there are times where I, let it get the best of me. And I went to visit a friend up in West Virginia, Shepherd, West Virginia. He was playing, was it there? Anyway, doesn't matter. Shepherd, or West Virginia. And I go to his, he's like, we're going to this. But now, the town had a stop sign. Like, that's how small it was. A stop sign. I think later they got like a flash and red light and that was a big deal. But it had an arm wrestling championship on like Wednesday nights or whatever, and it had this little club they would go to, and we went out that particular night and we just got wasted. I mean, wasted. And I feel bad because I still feel bad to this day because there was, I don't know what I was thinking, but it was a little guy, and I picked him up and I put him on a stool. I started high-fiving him, and they're like, he's 25 years old. What? Like, you just picked up a midget and put him on a stool and high-fived him, and I felt so awful.
What do you mean? Hold on a minute.
I was wasted. I was so drunk, and I picked this. He was there. I don't know what I was thinking. I picked him up and I put him on a stool, and I was excited.
High-fived
him, man.
But what's wrong with it?
He wasn't happy.
Oh, he wasn't.
I mean, he's a grown man. I've watched it happen to Brad Williams when we were in Denver. We were at one Comedy Works. He's at the other, and we came over to do a live podcast with us at the end of the show, and these two really drunk guys wanted to take a picture with him, and they tried to pick him up. You know, because he's little, they want to pick him up,
right.
and I from experience, he got pissed, and I rightfully so, and I don't know what I was thinking that night. But
oh, dude, we have little people stories together.
Yeah,
Ryan and I did. I think Ben was there too, but we did Christmas in July for Fox Family Channel, and we shot.
It wasn't in July, man. That shit was February. All right, it was December.
Yeah.
It was
yeah,
December.
Because we were shooting for July.
Right.
No,
and it was in the backyard of this lady's house. It was a pool, right? And it was Christmas in July, so there was little people on the set dressed as elves.
Oh, that okay.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
And
yes,
this little person fell in the pool, okay, and could not get out. And our producer, I don't want to say his name, Todd, he went over there to try to help this. This little guy was so irate. God damn it! Leave me alone! I'll get out myself. He was
Get the skim.
pissed. Right. Then they had to blow dry his costume.
Oh, Lord.
It was so humiliating, man.
That's a grown man. You know what I mean? He didn't grow much, but that's a
But
grown
they were
man.
horny as fuck. Remember that shit? Because we had Santa Claus. We had Mrs. Santa on set.
Right.
And the little guy's job was to hold the hot dog, take it, put it in the scene, and then take it out of the scene. I don't know what they were shooting, like put it in the scene.
Right.
And while they were shooting it, you could hear the little guy going, "That's right, Mrs. Claus. Put it in.
Oh no.
Take it out. Put it in. Take it out."
So are you
This was
generalizing
literally
small
an
people?
80-year-old woman. Like on set, and this little guy was taking the piss out of her so
That's
bad.
probably because he's done so many Christmas productions. Like that's what he gets off on.
And then he walked away going, "I don't got another one in me."
The stress of the hot
You
dog.
had to wear a little costume once. I remember that.
Yeah, I did. I fit into a little. That's what I thought you were talking about for a second. There was another Christmas fucking sweepstakes we did there, and I was a PA at the time, and the whole premise of the giveaway was the plight of this small elf taking this oversized Price is Right style check to the winner. That was like the gist of the promo being shot for this. Yeah. And they had hired Gary Coleman. And he had signed and agreed to do it. And I actually had to go shopping. I was just a production assistant. I went shopping for his clothes. I was in Baby Gap.
Oh man!
Gap Kids, getting his costume for him, you know. And then, as Gary Coleman used to do at crunch time, he was what we used to call at UPS a no call, no show, and that means the dude went to his door, knocked on his apartment, he just never answered, never showed up, and flaked on the whole thing. He completely bailed. Right. But we're already in now. Here's the lovely part. This was a sweepstakes that was open to the entire country. And Alaska and Hawaii. We could have gone anywhere. And it's like a week before Christmas. We could go anywhere. And we get to go to 3 Mile Island, Pennsylvania. That's where we get to go, where the old fucking
nuclear
meltdown
thing.
was.
Yeah.
And a woman in a trailer won. So we're going to a trailer park in 3 Mile Island, and Gary Coleman is nowhere to be found.
Oh,
and we're like, man, that's kind of fucked up, Gary. And so the producer I was with at the time, her name's Allison. She was awesome. And she's like, we all had to, we're with the cameraman and sound guy. We're all in one hotel room. And And she's like, why don't you just go in the bathroom and try it on? I'm like, I'm not fucking doing that. There's no way.
Try on the elf suit.
I'll try it on that elf suit. She's like, just for me, go in and do it. I'm like, I'm not. She's like, just make me laugh. Go in and try a thing on. And I went in, and I mean, no sweatpants. I had camel toe all up my balls. Like, it was bad. So the backup plan became, if Gary doesn't show, I'm gonna do it, and they're going to consider paying me to do it. You know, a day rate for the thing.
Sure.
You know, in addition to what my shitty little PA rate was on it. So I agreed to do it, but we have to go get a smock to cover my ball bag because we can't show that on Fox Family Channel. So
Sickler's sack is too big. Can we wrap that up?
And the whole thing was, it wasn't. You know, we had to get there to see what we could use of the land and the area, like, to make this thing work. So as we're driving around and looking, we're just like, we're gonna do this our way. If Gary Coleman's not showing up, then fuck it. And it was the plight of me now, not an undersized elf with this big ass check. And we had me working on laying underneath the car, like working on it, like everything. I was in a spotta pot. There was a spotta pot in the middle, a porta potty in the middle of a cornfield, just randomly in the middle of a cornfield. And we shot me coming out of it with the check, like just little stuff that we thought we could get away with that would be fun on Fox Family. And then it aired, and I'll never forget this one girl I had the biggest crush on hit me up and goes, I'm at my family's right now.
Oh, no.
I could have swore I just saw. I was like, that was not me. She's like, it was definitely you. I'm like, nope, that was not me. And it aired, and then I never got paid for it. They never paid me for it.
Damn it.
Gary Coleman got paid anyway, though. Did you know that?
Oh, come on.
He ended up getting his check.
And he was a no-show.
He was a no-call, no-show.
You can't trust those short people. No offense, Gary.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Speaking of gigs,
pictures of
speaking
me.
of jobs, like even before we started coming out,
That's a funky job. I've had some funky jobs.
Yeah. What's your funkiest job, Adler?
I think one of them was I was a vet's assistant when I was 16 years old.
Oh, I know the story.
Yeah. And I used to go in on Saturdays and just clean up, and a truck would come to pick up the dogs that had been euthanized all week, and they were in a giant freezer in the back. And I had to physically throw the dogs, frozen dogs, up to the guy on top of the truck. And there was a St. Bernard at the bottom of that freezer, dude, that I couldn't lift, and it stayed in there for weeks, bro. It never got euthanized because it took up the whole freezer. It must have weighed 250 pounds.
Do you know how many dog lovers we have listening to us right now?
I'm sorry, man. I was 16.
I mean, I'm a huge animal lover.
Yeah,
However, that's a job right there that I wouldn't even know a human being had. Like, I wouldn't think that there was somebody.
They didn't list that as one of the responsibilities when I took the job. But
you're going to mop the floor. By the way, you're going to be chucking dead dogs up.
I do remember, though, I was there by myself one time, and there was a knock at the door, and there was two young girls, and they just found a dog who'd been run over, and it was almost dead. And they're like, what do we do? And I'm 16 years old, and I'm like, well, I've seen the doctor do it a few times, put him on the table, and I gave him, I euthanized that dog to put him to sleep.
You put him,
threw him in the freezer.
Something, we're doing lighthearted, fun stories about old jobs.
What do you want me to say, dude? That's a crazy job.
Were they cute? Was it?
I don't remember.
Love?
I don't remember. They just said
all dogs are cute, and they all go to heaven.
Yeah, that's right. Speaking of jobs, I used to. Growing up, my mom and dad said, I don't care if we got to scrub toilets. You're going to college. We'll pay for it. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. Scrubbing toilets. United Nations building. New York City.
Really?
Yeah. I used to have my own little cart with all the suds and the gloves and with the things.
How old?
I was, this must have been 17.
Wow.
Damn. Dude.
Scrubbing toilets.
Shits from around the world.
Ambassadors.
International shits, man. I'm proud of you.
Were you a brawler? Were you a fighter? Did you fight?
I got in a lot of fights, actually, growing up. Baltimore and Maryland in general just feels like a super aggressive place.
It does. Is it? Would you compare it to like a Pittsburgh?
I would say, yeah, absolutely.
Sure. You know, I saw a bumper sticker the other day. It said Baltimore. I actually like it. Actually, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of them. Well, I shouldn't say most, but a lot of them generated from sports. One of the craziest. There's two crazy fights, and I say crazy because this one involved parents. But we played indoor soccer over off of Perring Parkway, and there was this one team in the league, and they all were just dicks. I mean, they were cheap shots. They loved to, crack into the boards. They just were assholes.
Right.
And we couldn't wait to play them because we wanted to beat them so bad. And it's our week to beat them. And I say beat him because we were going to beat him, and we beat him. And we gave him every bit of physical because we were a very physical team. We always fought. I mean, about 4 of us on the team fought. Everybody else would run to the bench. But there were a good 4 or 5 of us that really would go. And we gave them every bit back. And at the end of the game, they kept saying they were gonna fuck us up. Well, 2 weeks previous, one of our players on our team, who's a good friend of mine, he'll never fight. He apparently had a altercation with a kid on their team. We didn't know that. We knew it was a little bit of words, but we didn't know to what extent. So this kid says he wants to fight me, and I go over to my dad and I give him I'm going to go outside and fight this kid. And he's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "I'm going to go fight this kid." He's like, "Be careful," and he let me go.
Best of luck.
And I went out, and the kid's standing in front of me. And he pushes me, and I just punch him in the fucking face, and I take him to the ground, and we're going. And all of a sudden, I feel people on my back, and they're just beating my head. I mean, beating it. And then out of all the cars come their friends and shit. So they, 100% set up. Because they had that altercation with the dude on our team a couple weeks ago, they knew when they played us, they were going to fuck us up.
They were ready.
So I went out, and we're fighting. And I once it registered what's happening to me, I was no way I was letting this kid go. And I just kept fucking him. I was fish hooking him. I was doing everything I could to do damage in there. And I remember seeing lacrosse again. I mean, parents came out and they started fighting, and there were kids in cars that were sitting there waiting. They got out, started fighting. I got my lacrosse stick out of the car, just started swinging it, and beating at people. It was crazy. And then it was a massive riot in the parking lot. And then the police came, and when we all heard the sirens, everybody on both teams got in the cars and just fucking took off.
Right.
And that was it. We never went back to that fucking place. But I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Well, I want to say one
parents.
thing. I want to say one thing. You've got to be one of the best storytellers on the face of the
Thanks,
earth.
Chunk.
I want to say, how about a round of applause for
Yeah,
this guy,
right?
Ryan Sickler?
Amazing.
Oh, that's nice, guys. I
Ryan
really appreciate
Sickler.
This was a lot of fun. I really appreciate you having me. You really should cut out all that animal stuff. I'm telling you now. Do yourself a solid.
Raleigh, North Carolina is like, what the hell is going on in the Garage of Love?
First episode, they're going to be like, "You guys talking about damn dead animals." I'm telling you. That's how people are with animals. You can talk about dead people all you want.
Right on.
If you were like, "I'm chucking people up there," they'd have been like, "You guys threw bodies up there."
Hey, listen, if the folks at home or in Raleigh want to find you or your comedy, where would they go?
Ryan Sickler on Twitter, ryansickler.com, and thecrabfeast.com.
You're an awesome individual.
Tuesday. Thank you for having me. I really had a good time.
Congratulations on the 15-month-old.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you get your hands full there, and then you've got an older son, right?
Yeah, I have a stepson who's 12, and yes, he's great. He's
Right on.
great. I'm getting him into field goal kicking. I
That's
want him to make a couple of million a year,
Uh-huh.
give himself a full ride to college.
Yep.
I want him to have none of the injuries and concussions of football, and he could be the Adam Vinatieri of the league. You know what I mean?
Hey,
The
speaking
cool
of
kicker.
speaking of football, we got a cat coming up on a future show that is at a Duke. All right.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. Hey, Adler,
ACC.
thank you. In the Garage of Love, you know I'm Chunky B on 1 degree of Chunky B.
Guy on the couch.
And I want to say thank you for Ben Rubin.
Ben Rubin.
Out of Brooklyn.
That's right.
Just gave us a text and said how much he loves the show, and now he's sitting on the couch of love.
That's
Is
right.
that how it works?
That's
Gary
right.
Adler, you are the best executive producer
Thank
in
you, Chunk.
podcast and radio history. Andy Davey, the Manimal.
You got it
You
right.
know something? Look at that. Look at it. He looks smart. He's got the glasses going. He's got everything.
He's swarmy.
I got new headphones. Thanks.
All right.
Yeah. We're shaping up here.
Is my microphone working too?
Well, let's not
Barely.
push it.
We
Let's
tried
not
to
push
turn
it.
it down.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you've
Turn
just
it
been
down.
dialed
All the
into
way up.
Ryan Sickler. We are 1 degree of Chunky B, and we are DONE. Yes.